Woo! Hey guys, Richard here at the eBike Reviews and Adventures. Well, it is just past dark 30, and it's time for another adventure. I hear my friend Tom coming down the road on his lawnmower. He must be out cutting somebody's grass. But yeah, we got an adventure planned for today, so I am going to be headed out with my friends Bill and Joe. And Bill's going to lead us on an adventure exploring some retired golf courses. So we get to ride the paths of some retired golf courses today. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. For that video, I am blessed with choices, but today I'm going to be taking out the brand new Troxus Explorer, and we're going to get that out and get some miles on it. Alright, usually the only time I get up, you know, like dark 30 and have to leave and go somewhere, it's taking Toby somewhere, or taking Toby to the vet, or drop him off to get clipped or something. And so he's kind of used to the idea that early in the morning when I'm dressed up and ready to go and it's still almost dark, it means he's going somewhere. Boy, and he got excited. Oh my goodness, that poor dog. The excitement on him, he was about to pee himself.
Out in the street across 301 to the right lane.
Okay.
Throttle?
Yeah.
I love my
Well,
throttle.
it's a thumb throttle.
For this.
Oh yeah, for shooting out across, yeah.
I go over to the bike lane on 301.
Yep.
And then immediate right to a parking lot.
Okay guys, I'm here with my friend Bill. Joe is missing, so we waited for him for a little bit, tried to contact him, he didn't respond, so we're just going to take off. But Bill has another friend we're going to meet up with over here, so we're going to meet up with someone else. It is overcast sky today, so it's pretty nice out. Temperature is nice and mild, low humidity, not too bad. And I got the Troxus Explorer out for its maiden voyage, maiden ride. That's if you don't count the 3 miles I did last night when I was on my just in the neighborhood. So this is going to be a longer ride today. Hopefully there's no problems. We'll get this bike broken in and get more familiar with it. Now, Bill is used to group rides. He's used to leading group rides. So as we move along here, you'll hear him calling out because he's calling out instructions and letting people know when it's clear, when it's not clear, where we're headed. He is really good about that sort of thing. He's I've learned a few things from him. Still got a lot to learn from him. So the plan was this morning I was going to hook him up with a wireless mic so we could hear his conversation as we move along, hearing him calling out his commands. But because I don't have the Magicycle Deer that I have all my equipment and stuff in, I ran off today and didn't grab a cord that I needed. I typically don't have to use the wireless microphone with the action camera that's mounted on my chest, because it has a mic and it picks up my voice just fine, like you hear right now. But if I want to set up someone else with a wireless mic, then I have to plug in the wireless receiver into the action camera, and then I also have to wear a wireless mic, and then the other person has to wear a wireless mic. And it takes the cord that I normally use for my wireless mic when I'm using it with my cell phone is a lightning plug, because of course, you know, iPhones have to have that proprietary plug, and I hate it. And it's just another example of why I don't like the iPhone, and I'm sorry I purchased it last year. But so the cord I had with me was for the phone, and so it's a lightning plug and not a USB-C that the action camera needs. So you're going to hear me talking a lot today. You may or may not get much information out of Bill or his friend that we're going to go pick up, but it is what it is. So let's talk about, since you're going to be listening to me, let's talk about the Troxus for a moment, because I did take it out yesterday for just a few minutes around my neighborhood, put 3 miles on it. That's all I've done so far. A couple things I've noticed. So one, motor is noisier than some of the other ones I've had recently. It's still not as loud as, you know, it's not like the loudest motors I've had, but it is louder. So that's one thing to note. But there is a lot to like about this bike. The motor is pretty zippy and powerful. The gearing they have on this bike is great. Now, the first thing people see if they notice the gearing and look at the details of this bike is it's a 46 tooth on the front. They're like, oh my goodness, that's small, that's never going to work. And typically it won't. But they put an 8-speed on this bike. And it's if I remember it, it's a 12 by 32 cassette on the back. And because it's an 8-speed and you got that 12 and not a 14 tooth on the back, you know, that's where the difference is. So I don't have much ghost pedaling. Yesterday I had this up to about 26 or so, and I was still, I was able to keep up with the pedal, and I didn't get any ghost pedaling, and I loved it because I could feel the resistance. I mean, I still had a lot to offer the bike, and so it's easy to ride this bike if you wanted to have a little resistance for exercise or something and not just leisurely spinning your pedals. Then this bike is really good for that, because I can easily set this to where I've got a little resistance and I'm kind of fighting against the motor a little bit as I'm pedaling. And this is the first bike I've had that was geared this way. Everything else is, you can just barely spin the pedals, and because it's a cadence sensor, you barely spin the pedals and it just takes off and goes. So love the fact that it's an 8-speed. What am I trying to say? Hello, good morning. This is the first bike that I've had that I'll actually use the gears over here, the gear shifter. Because of the gearing on all other bikes, I leave it in the 7th gear and I just don't ever touch it, because the other gears are just too low and you're spinning your pedals too much and it just doesn't matter. But this bike, I'm in 7th gear right now, and when I get up to higher speeds, I will kick it up to 8-speed. But I found that, there's been situations already where I have been able to shift the gears, change gears, and it actually meant something. So excited about that. You'll hear me talk about that a lot in these videos that I make. So I think we're headed over to, I think he said Winn-Dixie. There must be a Winn-Dixie over here somewhere, where we're going to pick up his other friend. He's going to ride the golf course with us. I'm leaning forward on this bike, so I'm going to be a little tired by this afternoon, by the time we're done, just because I'm not used to leaning forward and having all the, the upper body weight on my wrist. But so that's a change I'll be making to this bike. After I do the initial review, that's when I like to start making changes and customize it. And so I'm going to go ahead and add a stem riser to it to raise it up. So, see what I'm talking about with Bill? He's really good. I mean, he is just super good at calling out instructions, and I really enjoy riding with him. We don't get to ride as much as what I would like to together, but hopefully we can change that. See there, giving us hand signals, letting us know where we're headed up here onto the sidewalk, and just outstanding. So while we're sitting here, let's take a quick look at the phone, see if we heard anything from Joe. I think we did get something from Joe. Yep.
Where is he?
Yeah, he apologized. He overslept. So he's not going to be here. He told me once before he's not a morning person, but he's more than happy to get up and go ride. And he's always.
I'm not an early morning person.
Yeah, I'm up early.
About right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So that must be Tony right there. So apparently Tony is part of our Facebook group. Haven't met him before though. Our Facebook group has about 96 members, and we haven't met everybody.
Did you? No, there's no rain. No.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Richard.
Yeah, it's funny.
Tony, nice to meet you, Tony. So should I just sneak through with you then when you go through? Is what you're saying?
Well, if you can with Tony, yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll figure it out. So it's a gated community area that we're going through. And we have to get through the gate. All right, so it looks like Tony there is riding a 1-Up. Don't know what model that is. It's a skinnier tire. Yeah, that's no problem at all. Clear, he says. Looks like it's clear. All right. I would never find my way. Not with all the shortcuts that he's taken that takes us through parking lots and behind buildings, and I'd never find my way. I'd have to navigate by the main road to get there. So I have been out here on this golf course once before, but I didn't record it. It was my first ride with Bill, and actually, I think Joe was on that ride also, so he knows what he's missing. Sorry, Joe. I know you watch all my videos. Sorry you couldn't make it, buddy. But so I've been out here before, so I kind of know what to expect, what we're in for. And it's just a fun ride. It's different, you ride rails to trails, you ride city streets and different places, and it's kind of fun just to get out on a golf course and ride the old golf course pathways. Hello. So that should be good. So talking again about the Troxus just a little bit here. I'm in pedal assist 2 and doing almost 15. And just a nice leisurely pace here. I mean, that's pedal assist 2. So I can feel the resistance in the pedals just a little bit, which is great because that gives you just a little bit of exercise and keeps your from sucking the battery juice down, more than what it needs to, because you're giving back a little bit there. Hello. So that is good. I like it. I do. A couple other things I'll change, because this is a bike this is one of those bikes I'll probably keep long term, right? It's just a fun, good bike. But I'll probably swap out maybe the thumb throttle. Not a huge fan of thumb throttles. I'd like to have the half twist. But my question is, can I put a half twist on this with the finger shifters over here? I think so. I don't know. I might be bumping that shifter trying to use the throttle over there. So I don't know, does anybody have a half twist with a, what's that?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go, thanks. Does anybody have a half twist that has on a bike that has a thumb shifter too? I'd be curious to know. And it looks like there's enough real estate there. I'm just wondering if my hand's going to be in the way, because it almost is now, where I'm going to be bumping that shifter. So, but that's a change. Last time we were here, Bill let each person that was in our little group take turns leading. He just kind of pointed us in the right direction and told us to take off. So I don't know what the speed limit is out here on this golf course, but I imagine we shouldn't be going through here too quickly. He did mention that Tony likes to ride fast, so I'm not going to try to keep up with him too much. Bill is further behind me, so he's not on my backside. So something like this, it's easy to spread out because there's only one direction to go, only one place you can go, and don't have to worry about other traffic, so it's okay to spread out a little bit. But isn't this cool? This is so neat. So this was an active golf course at one time, and I guess the company decided to retire it or sell it or something. And the community around here, because I guess this was like a private, or I don't know if it's private, but it's a golf course community. The community members came together, and I guess the association, and they purchased the actual golf course. I think we're stopping here for something. Oh. You're gonna get us lost, Tony. All right, this is good, because now I can see, because Tony drives fast, and I can see if Bill is gonna set the pace and try to keep up with him or keep a distance. So I have a habit, guys. I first to admit, when I'm in a group, I have a habit of riding a little too close to people in front of me. It's just, I am getting a little closer than what I should. Part of it is I don't hear very well in my left ear. And so, if people are talking or call out or something, it's harder for me to hear, especially with other noises, bike noises and stuff. So I tend to just ride a little closer, but I shouldn't be tailgating, right? Give everyone their space. So, yeah, so what a fun ride. So, I actually believe there's two golf courses. I think we're riding both of them today. The last time I was with Bill, we rode two. There's like one here and then one just like a short distance from here. And we ended up doing both of them. So I'm guessing we're going to do that again. Now, Bill, he rides, he told me he rides at least 3 days a week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, sometimes more than that, and he's usually out here doing this trail. He's out here on the golf course. And he just told me that Tony is someone that he rides with usually once a week, sometimes twice, and he's invited me out here numerous times saying, hey, anytime you want to go, and it's a great ride. And here's the thing, I wish we could take a group ride out here with us, but we can't. It is a community owned golf course and stuff, and it's not, it's just not technically supposed to be public, I guess, anymore because it's shut down. But it's just not something I don't think we can get permission to bring like a group of people to come out here. But I wish we could. Oh my goodness, because how often does someone get to ride an old golf course like this? And you can see they still mow the grass periodically. I mean, it's not it's not golf course quality or anything, but they keep up with it pretty good. So let me know down below if any of you guys have ridden a retired golf course before. So yeah, that's where we just were. We just went to that left, made a loop, came back around again. So now we're gonna continue this way. I get turned around easily too. It's like, you know what? I can get lost just going around the block. Love this bike. It almost feels like a regular bike. Almost. I'm not having to put a lot of effort into it, but I am putting effort in it right here in pedal assist too to maintain that 14 miles an hour. 14, 15 miles an hour. In most of my cadence sensor bikes, it's, you know, you really can't keep up, and it's just I don't know, it doesn't feel the same. It just doesn't feel the same. Wish that motor was quieter though. I don't know. You know, something I forgot to do this morning. Even though I don't usually customize a bike until I do the review video, I still could have swapped out saddles. Yeah. This one isn't terrible. It's a little wider than some saddles, so that's helpful to provide support on your backside. But I'm starting to feel it pretty good. And I miss my blue wind. The last time, we rode all the paths on this bigger golf course, and it seemed like there was more paths than what we just went through. Unless that was a smaller golf course, I don't remember, but it just seemed like there was more pathways and places that we went. And now, I think we're just headed over to the next golf course, because there are two. No, I don't know, maybe this one's bigger. Or maybe we're just going to a different side of the golf course or something. Either way, it's a good ride. You know, nice pathway, good ride. Enjoying it.
Richard?
Sure, where am I headed?
Out that way, when you get to that house there,
We'll stop.
go that way. And you get around there.
Okay. So here, all the way around back to here, take a right.
Turn right before you get to it.
Okay. Let's see if Richard gets us lost. What I tell you a few minutes ago about getting lost by just going around a city block? So, kind of hard to get lost in a golf course though. Oh, there's an armadillo right there. Oh, that was cool. Probably didn't pick him up on camera, but that was pretty cool. You don't see those too many. Usually when you see those, they're squished on the highway. It's kind of cool seeing one in the wild. In fact, that's probably the first one I've ever seen in the wild. It was alive. It wasn't squished. There's a squirrel on our left. There he goes. Run, little guy, run! What's that? All right. So we've seen armadillos and squirrels. Now we need to see a gator. There's a gator out here? Nope, I don't think so. Whew, squirrels everywhere. Oh my goodness. Squirrels are out in, what is it, a herd? Wouldn't be a herd for squirrels, right? Is there a name for that? Or a group of squirrels? Alright, so here's my instructions. When we get back to this little house here, I'm supposed to go that way. I'm not sure what that way meant. I think it was like straight ahead. Crossing and going straight ahead. Right here? Alright. The guy looked like he was meditating. He didn't even blink. He didn't look our direction. He was just staring straight ahead. Alright. Oh, couldn't ask for better weather. Whew. Here's an obstacle. Hello. Trees. What's that? This way? Alright, wasn't sure if he wanted to let somebody else lead. So periodically we leapfrog and he lets someone else lead. But I guess I'm going to keep going. Here's a hairpin turn. Did I do that? Oh, I think I did that. That's twice now that's happened. So my thumb, because I have really long thumbs if you notice over there, and sometimes when I go to hit the throttle, my thumb rubs up against the button pad and actually hitting the down button, and I lower my pass level. So all of a sudden I'm riding along and all of a sudden my pass level changes and the motor cuts out. And so I think what I'll do is I'm going to have to just rotate that button pad up a little bit so it's more upright. What's that? The other right. I couldn't hear you, Bill.
Are you in?
2.
It matches almost exactly.
Does it?
Yeah. That's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah. Usually they don't. But yeah, I'm really liking it so far.
How many you got? How many pedals is?
This one only has 5, unless there's something in the settings to change it, but I haven't looked that far yet. I just bumped it up to 3, now I'm at 20 miles per hour. But I'm still in 7th gear. You know, and I'm spinning my legs. It's comfortable. I wouldn't really want to go any faster than that. Not sure if you can see my legs in the video, but so if I wanted to pump this up and go faster, you know, I just slipped the gear up into 8th gear. Oh, love this bike. Love this bike for that reason. You're gonna hear me talk about it a lot, because you've heard me talk about it in other videos a lot about how bad the gearing is on most bikes. Troxus did it right. Whew. Take the opportunity to sit upright. You want me to go next? Yeah. All right. So Tony's leading. I'm gonna drop this back down and the pedal assist too, because 3 is just a little too much. Guys, have I mentioned during this video how much I'm enjoying this ride? Man, I wished all of you could be here with me. I do. I mean, I'm happy that you're here watching this video, but I wish you could be here to experience it. a few raindrops falling on the water out there. I felt a couple. It's not supposed to rain though till this afternoon. I mean, they say it's like a 2% chance. So even though we got cloudy skies, there's not a lot of moisture in those clouds. So I think we're gonna have to go ahead and speed up and catch up to Tony. So we'll pop it up in the Pedal Assist 3, 18 or 19. I just don't like that feeling of lagging, you know, being left behind or just lagging behind. But he does like riding fast. Where's Bill? Bill's not on my butt, so he's back there a little way. So I think he prefers 15 miles an hour or so, which is a good speed. I don't have mirrors because, again, I usually don't start customizing until after I do the full review. So I don't have mirrors to keep up with what's going on behind me. And this is where we were earlier when we were up the other side. Clear. More squirrels to the right. Squirrels are active. Lots of squirrels out here because there's lots of space and it hasn't been overbuilt. No one's out here hunting them other than, you know, coyote or something, but so this afternoon I'm planning on doing another unboxing for a another fifth wheel bike. It's the fifth wheel Torrent. It's a torque sensor bike. Budget bike is it's only like 1150 or something for a torque sensor bike. It's got thinner tires. It's got a 500 watt motor, I believe. Which, if you're going to have a torque sensor, I would imagine 500 would do you well, right? So I'm going to try to get that unboxed here soon. I've got a cargo trailer inbound. So I did purchase that from Addmotor. So that's going to be here on Monday. Allows me to haul some bigger items when I'm out and about. Because, you know, I have found that I really do. I mean, I'm using my bikes for a lot more than I ever thought I would. And I just want the extra capability because I'm enjoying riding. And if I'm going to be going to the stores and stuff like I am buying stuff, I'll probably do it even more so if I have more hauling capability by having a trailer. So I picked up a trailer from Addmotor and yeah, do a video on that when I get it. Yeah, I've been wanting to do some more trips to Costco. I did one trip to Costco and that's really been it. But I've been wanting to do more trips to Costco, but of course everything at Costco is big, right? So it's just big stuff. And so you need more space than what you typically have on a small rack. Thank you.
We'll catch him, go ahead.
He says you'll catch him, go ahead. Well, it's nice of them to let us by. We're going maybe a little faster than what we should in this pathway, but they were on manual bikes, so it didn't look like they were electric, so they're naturally going to go a lot slower.
Water break.
All right.
What do you think?
It's very nice.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, I was out here once before with Bill.
Yeah, oh yeah, I like the rolling.
Yeah,
curve.
it's a lot of
a little
fun.
more challenge than yours, you know.
Slackers.
Slackers, just say.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun out here.
What kind of mile per hour are you getting on 3? You were on 3?
I was like 19.
19.
I was doing 19.
See, I can't get with him. I'm either way behind him or I run over him.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't.
Because I have 9 speeds, gradual.
yeah.
9. You have 5.
9,
So
yeah.
If you go 5, I cannot.
I sure like it when they have 7 or 9 because it just gives you so much more flexibility to adjust. I'm still in 7th gear though. With that at 20 miles an hour, I'm still in 7th gear.
Yeah, that's what I ride all the time.
Yeah, but that's an 8-speed. I've got another gear.
8 speed.
I've got another gear, so
I can't
it's pretty
get
good.
any-
I'm liking it.
I can't get any resistance at all
I know.
with 3.
Yeah,
Didn't do it. So is that a class 3 or 2?
it's a class 3. Yeah, you change that, put a 52 tooth on it. Greg sure likes it.
Yeah,
So-
he told me he did.
Should do you well.
He had quite a bit of difficulty with tools and things, so I'm just going to go to a guy and
It was just the
take him 10 minutes probably.
yeah, it was just the crank puller. And I'm trying to remember. I have a crank puller.
Yeah, well,
If you want to.
well, here we go.
All right. Well, you lead the way. I'll follow. All right, so I'm not sure how much of that conversation I'll cut out, but just had a nice little break, nice little conversation with Tony and Bill. Talked about a few different things. Sounds like Tony's going to break off here and go home, go take care of some things he needs to take care of, but Bill and I are going to continue on to another neighborhood area. Don't know what's in store for us. Hey, I'm just along for the ride. Hey, this is a golf course community, right? You have to expect to see golf carts. Hey, thanks. This path be just a little bit bumpy. This action camera is real good about stabilization, so I don't know how much you'll pick up, but a lot of times you don't even notice it on camera, but oh, this right through here is rather bumpy. The asphalt and the patchwork and everything just has buckled over time and it's lumpy. It's like a washboard, not quite as bad as a washboard. Alright, this is where we entered this golf course. Let's see where we're headed. Alright, here we go. I'm hearing a noise periodically. I'm not sure what it is. It's not the motor humming.
There. You're up, Richard.
All right. Yeah, it's not the motor. I mean, it's almost like a rattle. It's coming from back there, though. It's coming from the back, so I need to double check everything again. Is there something that hasn't loosened up? All these hills are like roller coaster here. It's just so much fun. I got Tony on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed up a little bit. We got a squirrel. And we have a pedestrian, so we're going to slow down up here. Good morning. Thank you. Let's see what the plan is now. Straight ahead. I wasn't sure if he wanted me to let him lead or something. Another walker. Morning. I'm not gonna lie. It would be a lot of fun to go full bore out here. I tell you what, it would be a lot of fun just to open this thing up and see what we could do. But I'm holding myself back. Don't do it, Richard. Don't do it. Be responsible. Oh my goodness. Oof. No hanging trees. So I'm a bit envious. Bill lives real close, so he just rides over here almost every day, or at least 3 times a week. Oh, I'd have to load up into the truck and come out here every day if I wanted to do this. I could easily do this ride every day if I lived close by. I'm not far, it's just loading up every time. I did buy a rack though, to make things a little easier. Yeah, I bought a rack. No sponsorships. I reached out to a few companies saying, hey, by chance, you know, nobody's playing that game. Which is fine. No big deal. So here comes looks like electric. Good morning. Follow him, huh? All right, clear. We're gonna follow the electric. Good morning.
Morning.
There I go again. I accidentally put it down and pedal says 0. If I can, I wonder if it's loose enough. I can. No, it's on there pretty tight. I can't budge it. All right. Well, that's just an adjustment we'll make later. It's gonna be a really long video. See if I can edit it down to about 30 minutes or something. Apparently this gentleman in front of us has a need for speed too. His tire's low though. I wonder if he knows that. Tire seems pretty darn low. If you're not careful on one of these sharp turns, that tire will roll right off the rim. Woo! Woo! So I would have nailed the squirrel if I hadn't hit the brakes, because me hitting the brakes gave him just that inch that he needed, because he was below the curve of the tire. I couldn't see him. He was below the curve. I saw his head and I saw his tail. So I'd like to take a moment to thank Troxus for putting on some good quality brakes on this bike. We'll let Bill lead for a while. I almost nailed that squirrel. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No, what?
Oh, he wasn't just darting in front of me. He was beyond the curve of the tire here. He was below the curve of the tire. That's why I locked up my brakes and just gave him that 1/2 of a second to get out of the way.
I ran over a tail last week. He squeaked.
Yeah.
And I killed one a couple months ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost got this one.
You can't do anything about it?
No. Can't do much, that's for sure. All right, what a great ride that was, huh, guys? And almost ended it with stew squirrel for dinner. Whew. Bill, that is just an outstanding ride, my friend.